Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you couldn't already realize, I'm bald. I literally cut off all my hair. It's completely gone. It's right here. This was literally all my hair that was on my head. And tell me why it literally doesn't even look like that much, which is kind of crazy. But, yep, she's gone. She's bald. I also just woke up from a nap, so ignore my makeup. It looks kind of crazy right now. And my hair also looks kind of crazy right now too, but it's okay. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be doing like a goth makeup tutorial kinda. This is the makeup I'm going to be doing. It's by the user joe.the.strange on Instagram, so go check them out. But yeah, I'm going to be doing like a little tutorial on this, or doing my best to do that today. I'm gonna go take off my makeup real quick so I can just kind of start off with like a clean base. I am going to be taking off my eyebrows, so little warning for that. I'm going to be looking a little crazy, but I'll be right back. I'm back and I'm naked and I'm ready. So I'm going to start out with the eyebrows first. I'm just going to use like my normal eyebrow pencil. The eyebrows in the photo are kind of like very different than eyebrows I usually do. They literally just go up. They literally go all the way up here. So I'm gonna try to do that to the best of my ability. I feel like when I try to do eyebrows like super high, I always end up making them like a little bit lower than originally planned, just because like I'm so used to like doing them in a specific spot on my face. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to sketch out the eyebrows, and I'll be right back. I got like a general like outline of kind of where I want the eyebrows to be. I drew these little lines here just so I can get like a little sketch of kind of where like it's going to like dip down. I'm gonna conceal them with white concealer or white foundation. I use the LA Girl foundation, but usually I like to use the Jeffree Star white color corrector just because I feel like it's a little bit better, but I don't have any of that right now. So I'm just gonna use my LA Girl like white concealer or white foundation to kind of like conceal them. Now that I've concealed them, don't know if they're even. I feel like this one's like, I don't know. I don't know if they're even, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and basically just cover my whole entire face with white. Whole entire thing. Okay, now that I have like a solid base of white, I'm gonna go ahead and start contouring. Whenever I like to contour goth makeup, I like to kind of just start out with like a super light shade of gray, because I don't like to start off with a dark shade because I feel like it can get like too dark too fast. I'm gonna use the Morphe palette 351, the Icy Fantasy palette, and I'm gonna use this gray. There's like this little gray in here. I use it a lot, but I'm gonna use it to try and start contouring out like my cheekbones and my nose contour. So for my cheekbones, I'm just gonna go in with like this like little fluffy brush. I already put some gray on it, and I'm just gonna lightly like start chiseling out like my cheek contour. So now that I got like kind of like a light gray base, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe X Meredith palette, and I'm gonna go in with like this like darker gray, but I'm not gonna use a lot. I'm literally just gonna put a little bit on my brush and just darken up like the center of it a little bit more. Okay, now I'm gonna do my nose contour. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna start off with a super light gray, and if I need to, I'll go back in with the darker gray to kind of deepen whichever areas I want to be a little bit darker. Okay, now that I'm kind of happy with like the nose contour like placement, I know it looks a little crazy right now, but it's okay because I'm going to clean it up with concealer. I'm going to go in with my white concealer now. So it's basically just like the same brand as the LA Girl foundation, the white foundation, but they have a concealer. So basically I'm going to go in and use this to brighten up my face a little bit more because I feel like it's not as white as I want it to be. So I'm basically just going to put it in this area. When I blend it out, I'm going to blend it out outwards, and then I'm going to blend it to the sides of my nose to kind of like, I guess, like clean up the nose contour a little bit and just make it a little bit more cleaner. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush that I used to contour my cheeks. And I'm kind of just going to go back over it and kind of get rid of like this harsh line that I kind of have here. I'm going to set underneath my eyes. Whenever I like to set goth makeup, I like to use the Fenty Beauty lavender powder because it's super white. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot left, so I'm going to try to use this a little bit for like the very underneath of my eyes. And just try to use it for the rest of my face. If not, I'm gonna have to use a little bit of my normal powder. To do this, I'm gonna use a new powder puff just because I'm trying to minimize like any type of discoloration that could possibly transfer from my old powder puff, because this is for my regular makeup and I don't know if you can tell, but it literally has like yellow and pink all over it. So now I'm going to take like a little paintbrush and I'm going to use some of the white concealer that I used, and I'm literally just going to paint on like the bridge of my nose and like the little tip of my nose as well, just to kind of make it match the whiteness of my under eyes and kind of just make it a little bit more precise as well. When I do this, I kind of go for like an upside down triangle like shape, but you'll see once I draw it out. Sorry, I can't speak. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start with the eyeliner. So the eyeliner in this picture, it's super thick. So I'm going to just start out with a super thick wing. I'm going to try to like make it go upwards more rather than outwards, because usually I do my eyeliner pretty straight out, but I'm going to try to take it more upwards. And I'm basically going to create like a huge triangle that kind of like ends in the midpoint of my eye. Okay, so I'm going to do the inner corner. So basically the inner corner, it goes down into like a really big triangle, and it kind of like goes down against like the side of the nose, and then it goes back up, and it kind of connects back around the middle part of the eye. So I'm just going to draw a line down and then kind of just connect it to that kind of area. Honestly, you don't have to really worry about making these lines too straight, because what I like to do is I like to just get like the general shape of it, and then I just fill it in with white. Okay, after I got like this triangle shape, I'm gonna kind of draw like a little bit under my lash line, like kind of just trying to connect it a little bit. But if you can't connect it fully, it's okay, because I'm also just gonna go ahead and add like some black liner to like my waterline, like with like a what's it called, like an eyeliner pencil. Okay, so after I do that, I'm gonna go in with some water activated, just like white liner, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in this triangle just to make it a little bit brighter and trying to make the lines a little bit skinnier. Okay, after I do that, I'm going to take my liner pencil and I'm just going to line, I'm not going to go all the way across my eyelid, I'm literally just going to go until this white part starts. Ahead and did the same thing on this side. I tried to replicate it as best as I possibly could. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the middle part. So there's like a lot going on in the middle. There's like two lines that go from the eyebrows, like just like completely straight down. It's probably gonna be like the hardest part of the makeup, because if it's not straight, you're gonna be able to tell, and I can't really mess up, because if I mess up, it's gonna be a pain to try to conceal it over this white foundation. So when you're doing this, I would say try to use a new eyeliner or something super thin that makes really precise lines, and literally just take your time. So basically, I'm gonna start from the edge of my eyebrows, and I am going to make a line that just dips down on both sides, going along the the side of my nose, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and did this side first because I was a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna try to replicate it on the other side as best as I possibly can. So low-key, this side was way harder to do for some reason, but I am going to try to conceal it with white concealer as much as I possibly can. I'm only going to be concealing the middle part though, not this part. Okay, so I fixed it to the best of my ability. It's not completely perfect, but it's good enough. So basically, what I'm going to do is I am going to go over my eyebrows in eyeliner, because I need to connect these lines into my eyebrows. So I'm going to kind of connect my eyebrows to them a little bit more, and then try my best to go over my eyebrows in this eyeliner without messing them up. So my camera died, unfortunately, but I went ahead and I connected my eyebrows to those little lines that I drew. Now I'm going to connect my eyeliner to these middle lines that I drew as well. So after that's done, I'm gonna do like the little swirlies right here. So it basically starts from this middle line right here, and it goes and follows like this line, kind of follows it, and then it becomes like a little swirl. Okay, so the hardest part is done. Thank God. So now I'm just gonna go in and add like a few like little dots. Like along this line, there's like supposed to be like little dots that go along it, and then like I'm gonna add some dots down here as well. before I go any further, I'm gonna do my lipstick because I feel like I look crazy without lipstick right now. So I'm just gonna basically do just like regular black lipstick. I'm probably gonna outline my lips with my lip liner and then go in with the black lipstick that I have. So now I'm going to draw like the little design that's like right here in between the eyebrows. So it's basically kind of like a cross, but then there's like a little, it's like a little oval on top. I don't remember what that symbol is called, but I see it a lot in goth makeup. But I'm basically going to try to map it out real quick with my eyeliner. That's over with. I literally had to like hold my breath to do that. I'm gonna go in with some lashes, so I'm just gonna put on some mascara and then some big fluffy lashes. Okay, now that lashes are on, I'm gonna go ahead and add like a little bit of gray right here underneath like my little, I don't even know what to call this, like my eye fat, I don't know, but do you know what I'm talking about though? Like girls who like add like a little shadow under there, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it with like some gray eyeshadow. I'm gonna take my eyeliner and basically the way I like to draw fake lashes is I like to just go in like a swoop, like curved down motion and kind of like connect them as if like I'm connecting like a little like triangle, if that makes sense. I want to add like some type of like little bats right here. In the picture it had like little bats drawn, but I don't know, I don't really like the way they were drawn, so I think I'm kind of just like gonna freestyle like my own like little bats right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw this on the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my little bats, and I think this is the end product. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think it looks pretty cute. It was definitely like, I definitely had to trust the process because I feel like I was looking kind of crazy for a while. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty cute. I really, really like it actually. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you later. Bye!